Hey guys, welcome to Project Metal Music's YouTube channel with your host Elio, and we are here with the brilliant Morsrot band. Hey guys,
Hello. All right.
Yo,
so guys, could you introduce yourselves and what you do within the band?
I'm Kieran. I sing and play guitar.
Gabriel, I do the same thing. Jean, I play bass, and occasionally I rob banks in the Wild West.
God.
I'm Alex and I play drums. Very anticlimactic. That's an
Yeah, so guys, so let's dive into some questions. As kids, what were you listening to?
Sorry.
As kids,
Oh, as kids, I was mainly listening
As
to
children, as kids, children.
yeah. So when I was like really young, I mainly started out with ACDC and Metallica, just bands my mom and dad would show me, and then like for as far as metal, it was mainly that, and like Metallica was the only metal band when I was really young, and then ACDC, like Nirvana, that type of rock. And then, eventually you just keep getting more into it and you just find heavier stuff.
I mean, I've been around the diverse like environment of music since I was a kid. My dad used to listen to a shit ton of different kind of music, different genres. Like he would play like ACDC or Maiden, and like an hour later be rocking some Lionel Richie. Like, it was a pretty wide spectrum and jazz and all of that stuff. I never really had a specific genre that, but my dad loves metal. The roots come from there. Me, it's like
Cool, cool.
so. My dad likes Metallica, and Metallica, and my mom just liked old soft rock shit like Bon Jovi, that kind of stuff. So I kind of grew up around that.
yeah. like I probably got into like rock or metal the latest from the band. Uh, it's like a pretty recent obsession for me. Probably like around I was like around 12 or 14. I was like one of my friends mentioned Nirvana, or I think it's ACDC was. I was like, I have no idea who these bands are, and I just checked them out. I was like, kind of mind blown.
Revelation.
Huh? Yeah,
Revelation.
literally, eureka moment. And yeah, like as a kid, I would have listened to like some like Deep Purple with my dad. That would have been pretty much it.
So who actually got you into sort of like music in general, or into the rock and metal scenes? Was it a family member, or was it a friend, or was it sort of like discovery on your own?
Um, I mean, a lot of people in my family play different kinds of music, but with metal specifically, I have two uncles who were both in bands, and I used to always go to their shows, watch their merch for them before they go live. Well, one of them. Uh, One of them was in a band called another Maltese band, but like the probably the biggest death metal band in Malta. They're called Beheaded. He was only with them for the first album, and then there was my other uncle, who's been like with multiple different bands. And then there's my dad, who's always been playing guitar around me for since I could like pretty much remember that there was always a guitar in the house. It was just a matter of time of how long it took for me to actually be able to physically pick it up before it actually happened.
Yeah, my family is completely musically illiterate. I have no idea how to play anything. I just kind of, my mom and dad introduced me to music in general. Rock and metal was mainly my mom, and my dad just showed me a bunch of shit like funk, blues, rap, even. Um,
So musically illiterate is a bit harsh.
oh, wait, okay, they can't play anything though. Oh, and movies. Yeah, I got a lot of, mainly like classical and jazz. I got a lot of it from, I used to find a lot of it from movies. And yeah, and those types of, though that sound kind of stays in your head, and eventually you start liking that kind of music, like further down the line.
With me, it was like I would listen to what I already like, and something that looks cool would like just come up on like, say on Spotify. The next thing that plays would be something that I also like. So okay, holy shit, I like this. Who's this band? What do they sound like? You know, it's like it was always a kind of what comes up after.
Yeah, I think even me, I kind of started discovering music just through like finding similar things to what I've already heard. And then just at some point you want something completely different, so you try something else
Yeah.
and you like it and you don't.
Like a kind of a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Right. I've got a question from Jake. He says, "Hello, Morsrot. What is your history with Benson, a renowned figure in the scene?"
Wait, what was the question? What's our history with Benson?
Yeah.
What's
So-
your history with Benson?
Yeah, Benson was just this guy that we knew. Because we were in this old band, me and Cup before, this kind of thrash band. And Benson was this guy who we asked to be our drummer, but he had no drum kit. So it was like the day before the tryout, and there's this guy, Benson. He ended up having no drum kit. It was, that's the history as far as Benson goes.
Benson Tenson.
Yeah.
Benson Teston, sorry. Benson Teston.
Yeah. Who actually inspired you to become musicians? Was it somebody from Metallica, or was it a family member, or was it somebody you say, yeah, I could quite happily pick up a guitar or play the drums or the BSO type thing?
I think for me, I was watching the Smells Like Teen Spirit music video, and I saw like Dave Grohl playing the drums on that video, and like it just seemed like something accessible to me. And I had a drum kit. I played some drums like when I was really little, but it just kind of sat there for like 10 years, and I just thought, hey, I could totally pick this up. And it just seemed like really cool to me. I wanted, just wanted to.
You've had the makers for that, no?
No, I had my electric kit.
The one.
In
Oh,
my
yeah,
own
the one
apartment.
The
Yeah.
one that didn't work.
Yeah,
I
it's,
still have that. It's like-
I do still have that. Yeah, it's my first ever drum set, and I just wanted to be like really cool, impress all the people around me.
Struggle to not say girls.
Yeah, and all the women.
Yeah, I can see. I can see how far that went.
Yeah. It didn't work, but
Yeah.
it turns out musical abilities.
Yeah, so that no one gives a
It's
shit.
very attractive.
Yeah.
It turns out. Yeah.
Depends on the crowd.
Yeah.
No, with me it was like basically when I first started, like 100% Angus Young, like for sure he was completely the reason I wanted to start. And I was like 6. But then after I got out of ACDC, I didn't touch the guitar for about another 5 years. And then I kind of got into bands like Queen and Nirvana. And originally I wanted to play the piano. But for some reason I kind of just, I don't know, I had a guitar and I didn't have a piano. So it's just like, whatever, I'll play this instead. And so I just started practicing there and then I just got immersed in it.
Well, for me, it's like originally I wanted to play the guitar. Then my dad like comes up to me, "Are you sure you want to play the guitar, or do you want to play this?" Pulls out his bass. I just feel the bass. I feel it vibrating me, and I immediately I want to play that. I want to be able to make that sound. Like I want that to be me. But now here I am, being the dumbest member of this band.
100%.
Oh yeah. No fucking question.
You just banged into the cupboard.
I know.
I pretty much already said my part as to why I got into the story. But I really have only two people I can
I mean, it's like a rite of passage for you. You know?
It is. It pretty much is.
If you're born with your last name, you just have to
Pretty
pick up
much
a
just
guitar.
have to pick up an instrument.
Yeah.
Like any instrument, actually. You know, I can only really credit my dad and my uncle for always being around that musical environment and always having that be something I can access. There was always a guitar at my house. If I ever really wanted to pick up the guitar, I always knew I could. Even though it was hard at first, because obviously you pick up the guitar, you get blisters, you don't really know what the hell you're doing. It feels like a chore to practice, especially if you have a teacher, which I ended up stopping after like a few years. But you know, then the inspiration all hit at once. It always does that. That's what makes the guitar so fucking so great. When you pick it up and you just feel like it's an extension, and you're just there, and there's nothing else that you can bring yourself to think about except how your fingers feel on the strings of what you're listening to. And it's just focused without any effort at all. It just feels like bliss.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to explain that.
That applies to any instrument, though.
Well, yeah, but for me it was guitar.
Yeah. No, for me it was like I wasn't completely on my own with picking up the guitar. It was mainly my mom. She really like when I was playing the piano. He was like, "Oh no, pick it up." And then
You got peer pressured into it.
yeah.
There's definitely something about like the tactile sensation of picking up and like playing your instrument.
Dude, I think there's actually like a genuine physical factor.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
What just feels
Yeah,
good.
like I love it's very comforting, you know, like feeling like this like sticks in my hand or like my feet on the pedals. It's like
Oh
or like
yeah.
the rebound of the drums, like something about it. Probably because I've done it for so long.
Sometimes it takes time. It's like an acquired taste, but sometimes it's
Yeah,
like an instant
exactly,
switch.
exactly.
It all depends on the instrument,
Yeah.
especially if it hurts to play
Yeah.
or it's tiring to play, like the drums. I mean, but you can say that about any instrument. I don't think, except maybe piano, doesn't really hurt to play.
Someone because
Unless you're stretching.
yeah,
there's
there's
a bit of
chords
a-
that just
it's
stretch
always
fingers.
tough to get into an instrument, but I don't know. You just feel like it plays for you, especially mainly just the way it feels on the sound.
Yeah.
You just know that that's what you want to
Yeah, that's
be able to hear.
the physical aspect.
And obviously, there's musicians that you just look up to and you want to be like. That's just with anything.
Yeah.
Not just music, but with music, it's always been more powerful.
Mm.
What bands were you in, if any, before you started Morsrot?
Me and Gab were in a band. This guy, we were in horrible bands. Because me and him have basically been playing together since we started. Like within the first 6 months that I was playing guitar, me and Gab were in a band together.
We've been playing music together for 5 years.
Yeah.
5 years. Since I'm 20 years old,
No, you're not. You're 19.
I'm 20 and 3
Oh
years
yeah,
old.
yeah. No, 4.
Oh my god. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, you just.
I'm 19 years old. How old are you again? 'Cause I forgot.
17.
Really?
Yeah.
But you're 18 already. Wait, you're in December.
Yeah. The fuck, I forgot my age. A horrible
That's
vanity.
when
Not so.
17. So that's like, he was 13 when we started, and I was
Yeah.
about 15, 14.
Yeah, and we would just write pretty much anything we were inspired by. Like it was so chaotic. Like we'd have grunge songs, heavy metal songs, thrash songs, like blues almost. It was just it was just
Jazz hands.
oh yeah. Me like we had a song about Cat in the Hat.
Like, not the original Dr. Seuss version of Cat in the Hat, but the one Mike Myers was in.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's
I didn't
that's
know
the
that.
main inspiration for that song.
Yeah, so it was kind of an unserious band. It was just
For fun.
Yeah, it was just a really fun thing.
And it became serious. I mean,
Yeah,
there was a time where we were actually trying to take it serious with the thrash thing, but it didn't really work out. Oh yeah.
yeah.
There were times we spent hours on songs built up that we actually
Yeah.
felt like we're good. Rat Race took us a fucking hour.
Yeah, they sucked though.
They stopped. Horrible. But it was the best we could do it.
Yeah, that was pretty much the only band I was. Well, definitely the only band I was in before Morsrot.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, if
Don't
it,
hold out. Bro. You know you were in another band before.
No,
you better
I'll
go.
go.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there was this group of random people at school who played instruments. We got together once and never met again. Then there was my dad's friends who would just meet up every now and then and just make random shit. It sucked. Absolute fucking shit. It was horrible. It was the most abhorrent shit I've ever fucking heard. But I played it. And I played it fucking good.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You were equally responsible. No, it sucked.
I suck.
I had your riffs, dude. Like that. You showed them to me.
Yeah, they all sucked. We all sucked.
Yeah.
And now I'm here. Alex.
Well, I was in like a kind of duo kind of thing with a friend of mine.
Same.
Yeah, but that never went anywhere at all. We wrote maybe like 2 original songs. We never did any covers. We pretty much just we'd meet up, get depressed, and not do anything. Well, not being depressed, just like, oh, writing songs is hard, man. We should do something else. Kind of thing.
Nice.
Very productive, yeah.
Like, man.
Like we bring other members in and it would open like a week. And
we
then
got that.
yeah, and then I met these guys and I was like, oh, they're actually serious. So they can write songs. So
Can we? Could we?
yeah, I was very impressed by the stuff that you sent me before the demo was released.
Oh
It's
yeah.
still it's actually something we always think about when we're sending. Like, we've been through a couple of team members because obviously, like you said, you just fucking meet random people that are not serious and they dissolve within like 2 or 3 weeks. And it's always like a thought at the back of the head, like, what does this person even think of it?
Yeah. Like,
No, I really liked it. I was like, oh, this sounds like a song.
Especially with extreme music. Especially with extreme music, which is obviously what we were going for at the time. And looking here at you, because we didn't really know you that well at the time. But, you know, you never know how someone's going to react to your music. Yeah, like, it's really when you live in such a small country, and it's impossible to find anyone who plays anything other than fucking guitar without looking for ages and ages and ages. Like, our thrash project, which we mentioned, we had no bassist or drummer. He played bass, and we used the drum machine.
Oh yeah.
Like, it was impossible to find different members, especially at our age. You'd have to like fucking hook up with a fucking 33-year-old man to actually make something work. So stumbling upon this asshole was pretty good.
I mean, I know that
Great.
I was impressed by the stuff that you sent me, but everybody that I showed it to said it's utter garbage.
Really?
So yeah.
Really? Wow.
I think as soon as the screaming would kick in,
Yeah.
everybody
That's
just
it.
gets
But the other
completely.
switch,
Yeah, they're like, oh, this kind of interesting, and then they're just like, he's kind of angry.
no, it's like a genuine like look of disgust.
Yeah. Like, what are you listening to? Why are you showing this to me?
But
Yeah.
you know,
This is something that edgy kids listen to. You're not edgy.
yeah, they always assume that it's like emo.
You're not emo.
Shit.
Like, something you not.
It's an annoying question to be asked. Are you emo?
Oh yeah, because you're in the metal.
I've been asked that question multiple times.
Yeah, I literally get called emo.
It's so dumb.
Suicide Squad.
What?
I have been called Suicide Squad countless
Like,
times
It's a
while
nickname. Or...
while walking home by random fucking people.
Oh, you're even bad.
Oh yeah, that's just funny. That's just multiple.
What has the band been up to?
Recently?
Yeah, I mean, we've been working on our EP that's coming out. There's about 5 songs. We're still working on it. And been releasing the singles from it. We have just released Masochist the 29th of September. Now we have a new one coming out in November. And probably one more, and then we release the whole EP. We've been gigging, obviously, as much as we can without like overdoing it. Writing new material and just practicing, trying to get tighter.
Just played a gig with Metal Church and KK's Priest and the Burning Witches
Yeah.
and Forsaken, one of like the bands here in Malta. And it was a really fun show. We never played in front of like I don't think we've ever played in front of that many people. I don't think Beerfest was that bad. Either way, it was an experience, even to be on such a tight schedule. But it taught us a lot. And, you know, we've just been focusing
Plus,
on.
they're quite well-known bands.
Yeah.
Those are big.
There were a couple of
Yeah.
big names, so I'm getting well versed with the whole environment. It was something that we've been trying to do, other than obviously even write music, which was something we actively always do. You can't stop writing music.
Yeah.
Like, no matter how many priorities there are, if you're sitting there during rehearsal and something comes out, fuck whatever you're doing, this is the priority now. And if you don't do that, you just lost that forever. And you're never going to get that back. But, you know, our main priorities are just getting tighter
Yeah.
and writing more music. Right?
Yeah, just
And gigging.
writing the best stuff.
That's
we
what we're
can.
doing right now. That's our focus.
Cool. So, you mentioned that you're going to be releasing a 5-track EP. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it should be coming out in about around January. It's gonna
Called Septicemia.
Yeah, it's called Septicemia. It's gonna be 5 tracks. We're hoping, fingers crossed,
the first place we released it.
we're hoping to do about 5 tracks. No, sorry, we are doing 5 tracks. We're hoping to do a physical release. So that would be great. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's kind of continuing from our demo, but we try to push it a bit further, not stick to just an old school sound. Try to go a bit further than that while still keeping it death metal.
Cool. The demo is called Carnal Enslavement. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
You guys
Well, I mean, go ahead.
Right, so Carnal Enslavement. Yeah, we released it almost a year ago or a year ago?
Over.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
we said July.
Over a year ago. It is, in our humble opinions, the biggest piece of garbage we've ever written up.
Well, I don't think
What?
that.
I don't think that.
No one thinks
No
that.
one thinks that. You think that.
What the hell? We don't think our demo is garbage.
I still think it's
I
good.
think we've come a long way from the demo,
Yeah.
even from the EP at this point, which we're releasing now. We've come a long way. But it's not shit.
You're the master of promoting it.
Yeah, that's
You're so good.
Yeah, this guy's the best salesman you'll find in this country.
No, I mean our demo is just like it's very old. It's a very old school sound. It's very raw.
I'm trying to move away from.
Yeah, we're trying to kind of push that a bit further. And they were the first 4 songs we wrote as a band. So I still like the songs. I mean, live they're really fun. But,
They're always fun live, and they get a good response. People like them.
yeah. But music you always want to keep growing.
Push the boundary.
Yeah.
And I guess you guys have been playing them for like years now.
2 years.
Yeah, like 2 years.
Yeah. But you have to, I enjoy the effort that we're making to actually still stay on that uphill climb, which I hope never stops. Because there are bands who've been releasing the same bullshit for 25 years, and those are the bands that are getting the most ignored right now. Well, some of them still get attention, but it's like why even do it at that point? If you're not going to grow and make something new for even yourself to enjoy.
Yeah.
You're gonna keep playing the same shit, writing the same music. It's just gonna get tedious.
I mean, everybody talks about finding their own sound. It's almost like a buzzword or
It is.
at this point. But I feel like it is a genuinely big priority for us to experiment and enough for all of that to come into a cohesive sound that we can call our own.
Yeah, but the demo is I know it's very simple. Like it's a pretty. I don't know.
You should know.
There isn't even a single clean part, for example. It's just all just straight, fucking just metal pretty much.
Cool. Yeah. So, I know you've been writing for the EP, for the new EP. Are you writing any new material for possibly releasing a full-length album later down the line?
Yeah. Completely. That's what we've been doing since June or August, since I came back from.
Yeah, since August.
Yeah.
We're probably around halfway or a quarter done with our planned full length.
Sorry?
I'm saying that we're about a quarter or halfway done with
the writing of the album process.
Yeah. I mean, we had by June of this year we had about 8 songs that were ready, but we were just really unhappy with them. We just completely scrapped them and started over.
Best decision we ever
tough
made.
decision. It was a tough decision.
Yeah,
But it was a really good one.
Because there were some songs, dude, that were they were good, but they just didn't fit the new sound. So it was like, who's your favorite song candidate? Right? You work so hard on something, and then all of a sudden it just doesn't inspire you, and you've moved on completely without you even really trying to do that.
Yeah.
It's a bit tough to actually
But
abandon something.
also in the way we work, generally Kieran and Gob will come up with a lot of the songs or ideas, and then bring them to rehearsal, and then we'll write drum parts or come up with our own ideas, like me and John, and just bring other things to the table when it comes to a song. So, and you guys were writing a bunch, and we weren't finishing those songs in time for us to have those be done, like drum space, and
Still
think about that. So we had this big backlog of songs, so a lot of newer ones, and then we were working on stuff that was written almost years ago, almost. And so it became a bit inspiring, kind of knowing that there's this newer stuff that we could be working on, but we're stuck working on things that are from a year ago or a year and a half ago.
It pushes you to actually, it just makes it more even enjoyable, not having to worry about altering the way you work to make it fit a style that you're just not as well accustomed to anymore. When you moved on like that, it's just really refreshing, and it takes a load off your shoulders to actually make the decision to just move on and do what feels right in the moment. And having, it's a tough decision to come first, like I said, but once you do it, like
Yeah. Plus, even the whole way we've been writing now is a lot more like it's a lot more.
Complete.
Yeah, it's a lot more, and plus a lot more of a band effort
Yeah.
rather than
yeah, that's what I meant.
We're definitely moving away from the you come up with a song and then we
Yeah.
complete it with like drums and bass and
Yeah.
more of just like a 4 people.
just working all
yeah.
together,
Yeah.
which has just been fucking great. It's been really
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, cool. Cool. So you said that the EP is coming out round about January time. Round about January time. Is there any plans on doing sort of like a tour, whether it be in Malta or coming over to the to mainland Europe or even to the UK?
We'd love to. That would be really good for us. I mean, touring has been one of all of our dreams, since we've ever started this band.
Yep.
We do have some foreign gigs in the works, but nothing that's concrete, like where we have a whole tour.
Yeah, nothing like a planned tour that we're going location to location.
You guys know just as well as us at the UK that it's not as easy as just getting in a car and driving. There's a lot of stuff that you have to worry about and plan on.
Yeah, we live on an island, so
We live on an
we
island.
need to book plane tickets and take care of.
I don't want to for like one venue. Yeah, we can't tour here really.
We have one venue in the
I mean,
I don't know if that's general knowledge at this
we-
point. One venue, man. One.
we could tour around like the few like bars kind of thing. Just like we could walk around.
Well, I mean,
take our gear by walk to the different.
I mean, there are other venues, but there's mainly the one for our kind of music.
Yeah, the garage.
Is constantly producing events and trying to get as many bands as possible. Anyone who's ever tried playing metal has played there, and actually gone live has played there.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a rite of passage here. If you're a new band, you're gonna play at the garage at some point.
Yeah, but we'd love
Cool.
to.
Yeah, cool. So if you did have like success with the new EP and the new album, it's sort of like another question about touring. Would you ever go to sort of like North America, like the US and Canada, or even down to South Africa or over to Australia, type of areas, for, like to do like a tour?
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Yeah, if you had success with like the EP and the album, the future album, would you go over to like sort of like the US and Canada, or over down to Australia?
For sure.
Yeah,
If that was
100%.
even in the realm of possibility for us, everyone in this room would simultaneously like shit themselves. That is the dream for us, to actually use music as a way to explore new people and new places. Like,
Oh yeah.
like, the best, probably one of the best parts of playing music is obviously sharing that music with people and sharing that experience with people. When we sit down and we're just us four in that room, and there's no one who could possibly tell us what to do with what we're doing right now. It's such a freeing feeling, and then sharing it with new people, it gives you such a rush, not just from the adrenaline that you have being in front of that many people and having to perform your parts properly and having to put on a show, especially if you're opening, which is what we've done most of the time so far as we're trying to build our name.
Plus, there's definitely a lot more opportunities in places for music and
Yeah.
for scene.
For sure. I mean,
Um,
you're not going to get too far
Yeah, you're not.
with one thing.
There's definitely a bottleneck to how far you can get in this country.
And for us, where it barely even matters, just as long as we just get to, even if it's like, in my opinion, 3 people at the venue, just as long as they're enjoying it. So like, no matter where we go, for
As long as you can see one smile on a child's face.
no, wherever we play, wherever if we're able to.
Cool.
As long as
So where can people find you on social media?
Facebook, Instagram, Not
YouTube,
Twitter. 'cause we don't
Not
like
Twitter, no. We're not.
Not TikTok.
Well,
Well, we
What?
have a
we have a
TikTok.
face.
We have a TikTok account.
Yeah, you didn't know we had a TikTok.
I didn't even know we had a
We had a short
Oh my god.
face.
There's nothing on it.
Fire.
No, but you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify. Pretty much, I think most.
Actually,
streaming
all
services.
streaming. Yeah.
Yeah,
We've got your Apple Music, your Tidal.
yeah, Deezer.
I don't know anybody who uses those, but
Well, Apple Music.
Apple Music, yeah, sure, yeah.
Oh, Bandcamp too, for sure.
Yeah.
Those are-
We have our
That's
merch
already
there.
social media. Oh yeah. It's just all of our links. So
Yeah. No, that's Linktree. Bandcamp is where.
Plug link.
That's not a thing, man.
No, this guy just told us to plug our Linktree.
I don't know.
It's all there.
just search for us.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I have put your social, your link tree and your Facebook links in the chat there and in the description. So if you want to check out Morsrot, please do. The links are in the description there.
Yeah.
So, no worries. With the new EP, is there any plans on doing a vinyl record for the EP?
Vinyl, not really.
Probably not vinyl, maybe like CDs.
Yeah.
We definitely want to do
CDs
CDs.
is something we're definitely planning on. We'd love to do a vinyl,
Yeah.
but with a project that's so small, it's it's hard to fund that and find a publisher and a distributor to actually make that work and make it worth it. I mean, we'd obviously love to do it in the future as soon as we hit the point in our career where we can actually release a full length.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like a priority because vinyl is on its shit right now.
Yeah.
Everyone is on vinyl.
And plus, just in a whole, it's a whole.
The whole
record.
experience,
Yeah.
dude, I would love to listen to
Just seeing
on
Yeah,
full
yeah,
album on vinyl. Like it's such, there's like a prestige to it. Owning the vinyl too. I don't know. It's just an experience, man. Even just flipping it over and the crackling and whatever.
Yeah, and looking through the sleeve and you see like the band
The
picture.
lyric sheets, man.
Yeah, the lyric sheets, the thank you notes, all that whole thing.
It's just too fun,
Yeah.
man. We would love to, but it's not in the works as
Yeah. CDs though,
the
yeah.
time of this interview.
We actually had an idea to combine the EP and
Oh, yeah.
demo, and a CD.
Yeah,
So
we were
in
hoping
one-
to release a CD with both the demo and the EP on it. Hopefully, that's
Cool. So, have you got other merchandise on Bandcamp, such as like T-shirts, that type of stuff?
Yeah, we just actually recently printed some. We just printed them for the gig we played with KK's Priest.
Yeah, they're with the.
I've worn it.
Oh, you have the shirt.
Actually, we can just bring it up.
Yeah, we can show you the T-shirts.
This is also the. Well, I'm not gonna say that. That's the new shirt.
Oh, cool. Could you find? Could people find that on Bandcamp or any other?
Yeah, we're
Not yet, but soon.
Probably after this interview, we'll be able to find
If anyone is interested in that, just check our Instagram at Morsrot.
yeah.
And we always post updates on this kind of stuff. So as soon as it hits Bandcamp and it's available outside of the country, people will know.
Ah, cool, sweet. So this is going to be my sort of like final question. Any advice for people who want to become a musician?
That's good. Like that.
Just do it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone says that, man, but genuinely the best advice you can give someone to just pick up the instrument, because that's the hardest part
Yeah.
of picking up an instrument, is actually picking it up
and stick to it.
dedicating yourself to it.
You know, anyone can play an instrument. Like literally anyone on earth.
Literally anyone.
Yeah.
Anyone can. Anyone can play an instrument. Anyone.
Ratatouille.
It's just a
Yeah.
matter of finding it and actually dedicating yourself
Yeah.
and wanting to be, having an idol, wanting to be like your favorite musician. Man, there has to be that drive there, I feel.
Yeah.
But just do it, man. And if it, like, even in this day and age, you can't really make any excuses as to why you wouldn't pick up the instrument if you really want to do it. It's so accessible these days. Like there's budget guitars, which I don't recommend personally buying a budget guitar. If you can go for something better that feels good in your hand, that's actually a solid concrete piece of advice. If you're gonna start an instrument, try your best to make sure that it's a good quality. It can be budget, but if it's good quality, it's gonna make you want to pick up the instrument more. It's actually sounding good.
I actually say the complete opposite about drums, because the general thing is buy the utter piece of shit, cheapest thing you can buy, just so you can start playing. Because drums are expensive.
Yeah, but it's still gonna sound fine.
Like,
I don't know. With drums, it's not
yeah, you can just pretend that it sounds good.
We're dragging this question out.
and then gradually buy yourself like better gear.
No, yeah. If I was to just talk to someone though and tell them, and because you have to you have to actually be passionate about it with music if you really want to, take it far. Like be serious. Work with people that you actually want to work with, not people that just
randomly
happen to play.
People who inspire you, man.
Yeah.
And that takes a while to figure out if someone inspires you sometimes.
And listen to as much fucking music as possible. Just keep always find more, listen to more, and just learn it big time. And if you can, analyze it. Find out what they're doing. What are they doing that you like? And just keep doing it. Keep practicing. Always dedicate time to practice, no matter what. Just always find time and try and write as much as you can. And just try and write good music. Because the only way to get better at writing is to write. Like everyone's gonna suck at first. So just get through that phase and just keep going.
Yeah, for me it's like persistence that wins. If you're not persistent, you're not gonna make it anywhere, specifically in music. Whatever comes your way, you have to be willing to like face it head on and just take it as it comes. Like there's no, okay, this is happening, I'm just gonna give up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no excuses. You have to actually be willing to face more issues than you have and than you'll ever expect in your life. I mean, I have like fucking 300 in my bank account right now.
Wow.
Should have gone to school then.
No, it's whatever happens, you just keep going if you really want to. If you don't, that's a different story. You can go fuck yourself.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming on and doing this interview. It's been an absolute pleasure, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, it's really fun.
So, for those people who've been tuning in and don't know who Morsrot is, go check them out on their socials. I've put the links in the description and in the chat there. So go check them out. They are absolutely brilliant. So guys, again, thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing this. It's been an absolute pleasure.
It was fucking great.
So anyway, guys, I'll catch you all later.
See you.
Bye.